Of all the garden pests, the one that fills us with most horror and revulsion, generally, is the rat. I mean, you never know where they are, do you? And then you find a hole, and they've been there, and the place they love more than anywhere else in the garden is the compost heap. Mainly because of the heat generated by all this rotting vegetation. They can burrow into it, and they've got a central heated house, which is very nice for winter. So a few methods of trying to avoid making life comfortable for rats in your garden are well worth knowing. Let's start with the compost heap. Make sure the structure is solid. I've got really strong wooden sides on mine, but above all else, I've also got steel sheeting right around the back. So hopefully that goes right down to the ground. They can burrow underneath it. I'm really reducing their ability to get in with ease. That's a start. Make the heap good, strong sides. Then what do you put in it? Don't put processed food, anything you've cooked, any meat, any potatoes, anything. Don't do that, because it's just an absolute open invitation for rats. But what you can put in terms of food, you can put mouldy apples. You know, these are brown. If I stored them, they'd infect the rest of them. They can go in because they rot down quite quickly. Apples go in, and any green clippings from the garden. These are mint shoots that I've been cutting down. Anything soft and green. Lawn mowings, yes, they can go in, but try and mix them all together and firm them. And if it starts to get dry, put a hose pipe on it. And again, if you find a rat hole, stick the hose pipe down the rat hole. They really don't like swimming pools. And then, with any luck, at the end of a year, probably, in a situation like this, you'll end up with that lovely brown and crumbly stuff, which is, I feel reasonably confident in saying, rat-free. Most gardeners, myself included, love encouraging garden birds. So bird feeders are everywhere in this garden, but they can also be a magnet for rats. The key to success with them is to position them in the open, in the middle of your lawn. Rats hate running through exposed areas. If you put your bird feeder alongside a hedge or a wall, that's great. They've got shelter and they can rush out and grab what they want and rush back. So in an open space is by far the best place for a bird feeder. Then you shouldn't have the rat problem. Don't leave food lying around during the night. Put it out first thing in the morning. Now you could say, you see, the birds come first thing in the morning. They want it there when they come. Well, that's true, but if you've had a rat problem, they can wait half an hour before you put it out. And that way, you'll enjoy the garden birds and hopefully not a rat in sight. There's an old saying, isn't there? You're never more than 10 feet away from a rat. Well, I know I'm more than 10 feet away from a rat here, because rats are furtive. They like cover, they like shelter. They do not like close mown grass where they can be seen. They much prefer it longer. So if you've got long grass everywhere, that gives them access. Just get your mower out, cut it short, have a stripe or two if you want. And that way you can see, look, no rats. Stored fruit is particularly attractive to rats. I mean, this is a Michelin-starred restaurant as far as they're concerned. All the food in one spot, exactly where they want it, in a sheltered spot. Now, the thing is, you've got to make sure that wherever you put it is rat-proof. I'm storing mine in a shed. If you're doing the same, or in a garage, make sure there are no little holes at the bottom of the sides of the building that they can sneak up and in. If the building is rat-proof, then you'll be eating these apples, or I will, and not the rats. Rats are very comfortable with things that don't change, but which stay the same. In that respect, they're rather like older people. I speak from experience. So if you can change things around in your garden, it makes them a bit nervous, a bit insecure. They love running around the perimeter of walls. They try and stay close to buildings and anything structural. So if you've got pots near buildings, move them, shift them around a bit so that they're not in the place that they've always been in, and that will make them, oh, it's all a bit different around here, isn't it? I'm not sure I feel very comfortable. That's one good way of just discombobulating them.